Fortnite Chapter 3 hasn't even been out for an entire year, and yet it comes to an end this December with the Fracture Live event. So in this video, we're going to be talking about the 4 seasons that we've had so far this chapter, and we're also going to rank them in a tier list. So let's kick things off with Season 1. We were introduced to a brand new map with different biomes and new and old locations, and just a completely different loot pool as well. We also had the introduction of sliding, which had been a very anticipated addition to the game, and which ended up also changing the movement in the game forever. We had trees that you can kill people with, and we had tents, which were useful in situations where you wanted to store an item and carry it from one match to another. Since the loot pool changed entirely, we got the brand new version of the pump shotgun called the Striker Pump, and we also had a red dot sight first person AR called the MK7 assault rifle. And we also got another very OP spraying weapon, the Stinger SMG, which later caused some problems amongst Fortnite players. But we received a lot of changes regarding items too. We had the Med Mist, which allowed you to heal yourself whilst running and moving, which is super unique. And we also had the Guzzle Juice, which was a little bit less useful, and it also got vaulted after one season. So yeah, that was not too successful. But in the middle of the season, we actually got the Spider-Man web shooters, and they quickly became one of the best mythic abilities, mythic items in the game ever. Christmas event was phenomenal. We had a ton of just free stuff that you could get very easily. It was amazing. And even after that, they kept us entertained with updates like Tilted Towers returning and Covered Cavern and everything, which also brought the IO to the island, which later led to a war that we had to fight in Season 2. So we're in Season 2, and the IO and the 7 started taking over different parts of the island, which led to a lot of new POIs and just NPCs and whatnot. But by far, the biggest addition that season was the complete removal of building in Fortnite. And to kind of compensate the absence of building, Fortnite added 2 brand new movement types. One of them was, and still is, tactical sprinting, which allowed you to put your gun away and sprint twice as fast. But we had another one called mantling, which basically allowed you to climb up different walls and different structures, which were like one level above you or below that, obviously. And these types of movement to this day are a very important part of the meta, and I find that to be absolutely amazing. After a few weeks had passed, Fortnite decided to keep this LTM but also add back building to the game. So zero builds and normal battle royale with building ended up being 2 different modes, and still to this day you can play both of them. Regarding the loot pool, well, we had major changes, and we had so many actually that I can't even list all of them, but I'm going to just name a few here. We had the tactical burst rifle. We had the tactical burst rifle. We had the combat SMG, the ranger shotgun, drum shotgun, jetpacks. Whoo! We had a lot. And at the end of the season, we had the collision event, where we basically built another mech, and well, with the help of the 7 and also Peely, we successfully defeated the 7. Hey guys, Mr. Editor Mind here, and I just realized I misspoke here. I meant to say we defeated the Imagined Order. Yeah, peace. And we went straight into Season 3. So the vibes are amazing because we won the war, right? And there's a huge reality tree on the map with a brand new biome as well. We saw the return of Ballers and also Darth Vader, not only as a battle pass skin but also as a boss on the map with his very own lightsaber mythic. And although it was sort of hard to get, the reward being the lightsaber was definitely often good enough and worth the risk. Unfortunately, there weren't any like movement changes, I guess, like sprinting and sliding and mantling, but for the first time in like over a year, we were finally able to ride wildlife like boars and wolves, so that was cool. Weapon wise, we had the DMR, we had the Prime Shotgun, and the Ripsaw launcher. Also, we had the introduction of reality saplings, which were basically little saplings that you could plant and grow fruit on it, which would give you loot of a certain rarity. And that was pretty useful, to be honest with you. But then after that, the 7 members started disappearing and things started a little bit menacing as we entered season 4. So here we are in season 4, right? We had the removal of the striker pump for the first time ever since chapter 3 started, which was replaced by the returning lever action shotgun. Chrome as a new mechanic was also a brand new thing. You could turn into a blob and travel as one, and as a blob you go a little bit faster and you're also a little bit safer because you're a little bit harder to hit. There's also Evo Chrome weapons with a very unique ability which allows you to upgrade the weapon after you deal a certain amount of damage with it. And you can upgrade these guns up to Mythic, which is pretty cool. We had Boogie Bombs, which caused quite a lot of controversy. We also had the Porta Bunker, which is pretty useful for zero builds especially. One of the best things we had this season was the explosive goo gun we got, which is really fun and useful in public matches, of course. The Fortnite Mirrors update, however, was just a little bit underwhelming in my opinion, and well, a lot of people will agree with me. The best part of it was just Grim Gables, which in and of itself isn't really too much. And the Mythic Claws didn't really feel fresh, and we never even saw the Witch Brooms return, which were loved by a lot of people, and a lot of people had been asking for them to return, only to get disappointed. And as of now, we just had the first major LAN event since World Cup, which was the FNCS Invitational, which happened like 2 weeks ago or something. And at the end of the event, we actually saw Fortnite announcing the Fracture Live event, which is going to be happening on December the 3rd. And with that, they also announced and confirmed Chapter 4 to be in next season. So yeah, I'm beyond excited for this live event and also for the next chapter, and I also want to know what you guys think, so make sure to comment down below what your thoughts are on the next chapter, the live event, and everything we know so far. So that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Peace.